Sup gang, crumb gang, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Does high value equal poor values? It's complicated. Love is content. We gonna go right into it. I don't know what we're going to look at the thumbnail. Hopefully this guy's either speaking facts or delusional. It's no in between. He seems very confident, so it's really no in between. Based off this thumbnail, it says coming up. I hope it's not crazy shit. Please God, don't make it crazy shit.
In the world, there's three genders right now in the world. Three genders: high status men, women, and low status men.
Wouldn't that imply that
As you can see, it was the latter of what I said. Delusion.
women are perceived as having a higher status than men?
Yes, but aren't women the prize?
Well, then how are women oppressed?
Ooh.
Like, whoo, shit.
Many women today complain about men being sassy for wanting to go 50-50 in a relationship. They're saying that men aren't being real men anymore. Why is it when a man asks for nothing in a relationship, he's labeled a simp, but when a man asks for 50-50, he's labeled not masculine?
So I tell you, it's a complicated answer, and it's because there's all these different voices in this space that are coming up with different answers. So the red pill guys are saying one thing, don't be a simp. And the tradcon guys, what are they saying? They're saying, you need to pay for everything she does. That's like the gentlemanly neat thing to do. Then there's like the new wave, like Cardi B feminists who are like,
Cardi
you need
B?
to pay for all my shit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Broke boys, they don't get
I was thinking about Playboy Cardi for a second. My fault.
There's all these different voices that are standing up there. The reality of the situation is, it's whatever boundary you maintain. So as a man, when you don't maintain boundaries, that's what makes you less of a man. That's what makes you less attractive. Women don't want a man they can manipulate. So if it's a situation where I'm going on a date with a girl and I've had a great time and she's clearly going on a date because she enjoys my presence, there's no problem with me paying for the date, but I choose to do so of my own volition. Not because Cardi B and Megan the fucking Stallion told me to do it.
Exactly.
I'm doing it of my own volition. I'm doing it because I enjoyed her company, and so because of that, in general, I'm going to probably be the one to pay. But as far as the 50-50 thing is going, if I was on a date with a girl and she told me, hey, let's split this check 50-50, I know she's not sexually interested in me. That's the way I would take it if I was.
That's how you would take it?
So there's like these two conflating forces here. It's a little bit more nuanced. One of them is saying, hey, as a man, I need to be the one to pay for this date because that's the gentlemanly or masculine or gentleman game thing to do. But on the other hand, there's the guys who are like, well, you're paying for a girl's date, and that makes you a simp. And the reality is, the guys who think that you're simping are the ones that have never gotten genuine attraction from a woman. If I'm getting genuine attraction from a woman, I'm going to reward that attraction and compliance with me giving her attention and compliance. But if she doesn't do that, instead, it's one of these things where it's clearly she just wants a free meal. No, I'm not in. I might get up and just like leave the date before we even started if that were the case. But because men don't know how to generate genuine attraction and they don't know how to recognize when a woman is genuinely attracted to them and when they're just getting used for money, that's where this confusion comes. So there's a little bit of nuance there.
Okay.
If a woman is going to comply with me and she actually enjoys my company, then I don't mind paying for the date. But remember what I said, I don't mind, meaning it's my volition. I'm not being impelled to do so because of Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg on The View telling me I'm supposed to do this, or some moronic dating coach. I'm not doing this because Will Hitchens, Chris GQ Perry, or Justin Baldoni, who give terrible dating advice on the internet, is telling me to do this. I do so because I choose to do so of my own volition, because this woman I'm on a date with is worth my time to pay for the date. That's the mentality men need to grasp and not worry about all this debate.
It's been said that women...
That was a fantastic answer. I revoke everything I said about this man. He know what he's talking about. I digress. I just heard the high value man bitches and low value man. I said, oh Lord, what's he about to talk some bull?
Women only see the top percent of men, leaving the majority invisible. Why have we come to assess the average man as unacceptable and he has to change and improve?
I mean, that's just what it is nowadays. Accept the truth. If you're not where you need to be in life, get where you need to be so you can get the bitches you want. The woman you want, you got to level up, man. That's it. Level up or just don't get them.
Gotta be 6 foot tall, gotta make six figures, gotta be a certain, like it's, if you look at the demographics of those things, it's literally the top 1%.
I think if she loves you, you wouldn't have to change.
Men do not need to feel the need to change themselves. They need to feel comfortable with themselves.
We often hear the expression, women want their
But
cake
you don't
and
want
eat
him
it
so.
too.
You want him
Why
more.
can't men have a
We're
cake
talking about
and eat it
average
too?
men.
Well, so I mean, it's one of these things where
I missed a quick. I'm talking too much. I'm yapping.
We often hear the expression, women want their cake and eat it too. Why can't men have a cake or even eat one?
Well, so I mean, it's one of these things where, again, it depends on where you're viewing this viewpoint from. And here's where the confusion comes. Here's a great question. There's 3 genders right now in the world. 3 genders: high status men, women, and low status men. High status men can have their cake and eat it too. They can date multiple women. High status men can have casual sex with women who only want a relationship because they're so high status, they're in demand. They can get away with whatever they want. High status, but we're talking about the top 15, 10% of men. These men can get whatever they want. They can have their cake and eat it too. The men at the bottom 80% of men, remember on dating apps, 80% of men are deemed to be below average attractiveness. The average guy on a dating app matches with 6 out of every 1,000 people they right swipe on. The men at the bottom, they can't have their cake or eat it too. They can't do either one of these things. Women are the ones who can have their cake and eat it too because low status men give them attention, but they're chasing after these high status men, meaning the low status men will take them on a date, like your previous question. They'll pay for the date and get nothing in return. The high status man will be like, hey, come over, while he's playing video games, and she'll have sex with him when he does nothing. The question is not whether or not I should pay or whether or not paying makes me attractive. The question is she already attracted to me before I go on the date? That's the question you need to ask, and that's the thing men need to work on, becoming maximally attractive. That's the cheat code. When men become more attractive, it's better for men. When men become more attractive, it's better for women as well. So that's the only thing you need to worry about. All these other things are just subterfuge.
Bro, spitting. Now the gender shit kind of threw me off. I don't know why you said genders, but let's say there's 3 different type of people. But everything you said, that's facts. I didn't know about that fucking white swipe shit. 61,000? Damn. I was better than that.
Hoflation is a term which describes the increase in price men have to pay for lower value women. In essence, dating has now become a luxury commodity.
Oh, he looks serious.
For men to step their game up. If the price of gas skyrocketed to $25 per gallon, would you tell consumers to work harder and become high-value consumers? Or would you instead protest the system that allows monopolies to thrive at the expense of the consumer?
I would protest the system because the consumer, they're hardworking individuals at the end of the day, and they shouldn't have to change a single thing about themselves if they value themselves on a certain plane. So we should definitely protest of gas prices, the same with how women want their standards higher. We shouldn't abide by these other standards. We should abide by how we value ourselves and how we grow ourselves day by day.
If you're comparing gas to women, then you already in the wrong mindset. Yes, as a consumer of life, you will have to pay to play.
Right.
At the end of the day, you always should know the worth of what you're buying. So
Yes.
the fact that men value low women is just they don't understand the value of what they want in a woman. So they let the internet and other people tell them what the value is, and then they go for it.
Why are men
To an
overpaying
extent.
for women?
Because men are stupid, and the power of the P is powerful. And if you want to put value on the P, then you got to realize you got to know what P you're getting into.
Why are we catering to
I could
women's
stand by
preferences
that.
don't have good values?
Just because a lot of guys.
Shake Shack.
We want women,
My-
you know.
That was a big bet gave me. I ain't gonna lie, my fault, my bad. But Shake Shack is one of the best. I think that's probably the best. Yeah, I'll shut up.
Realize you got to know what P you're getting into.
Why are we catering to women's preferences that don't have good values?
Just because a lot of guys get desperate. We want women, you know. That's just what the nature of a guy is. You just want to be with women.
You know, if they don't have good values, but people might oversee that for their appearance and, you know, other things they bring to the table. So if you're a man, you're like, you know what, she's bad. I'm going to just take that and take what comes with it.
Why is it when women define a high-value man as tall, rich, and muscular, we accurately label her a delusional gold digger, but when alpha male dating coaches do the same thing, it's considered advice?
I think for a lot of people, it's
good
just because
question.
they're a man, and it's different to take advice from a man. But a lot of those dating coaches don't really know what they're talking about, to be
That
honest.
too.
It should just be whatever the woman wants and whatever the man wants. If two people meet and they like each other, then they should be together.
The alpha dating coaches, I don't consider that advice. I consider that clown shit as well. You know,
Yes.
because a lot of it is a facade for the cameras and stuff, just to try to make you feel bad. You know, they're getting paid by the same people. They're in the same industry, so yeah.
These quote-unquote low-value men that are not high value, put too much stake and too much thought into what these alpha males think, and it makes them feel like they're being bullied when they could just ignore them.
What's the difference between feminists shaming men to be better men and red pillars shaming men to be better men?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good
I
question.
don't think there's much of a difference. I think it's two sides of the same coin, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Are red pillars any better than feminists?
They're not.
Both extremes, man. Two sides of the same coin. They're not.
Red pillars, shaming men to be better men. There's different type of red pill. I feel
It's
like
okay.
red pill,
Let's
I feel
talk
like
about it.
It's just harsh, but at the end of the day, some red pill people are spitting facts, and I feel like some other red pill people just go far off to the tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So average
It's
guys.
a small his nigga. Don't worry, it's a small gray area when guys can like dating advice or like not dating advice. Like you know, I guess dating advice. I don't know. Like just to be like a more confident person. Now some niggas be extra shit. I don't want none of that shit. I see. I'm sorry.
It's tough out here. It's real tough. The average guy, 5'9", about what, $40,000 a year. Most women don't even want to look your way. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and that's shown through our show. So how do you get around this? The way to get around it now is you just have to become better. If you want to play the game, what are you going to do? Well, you need to get in shape, number one. Number two, you got to get your money on point. And then number three, you got to understand female nature, which means inevitably you're going to have to learn game.
But hearing it from another man, you're gonna be more inclined to listen to it than an aggressive ass female thinking she knows men more than men. You feel me? That's why it's a great area because some men can actually use that power to actually help the male species. But like some niggas will be like, now you gotta do this, you gotta go hard, do and just extra shit. You feel me?
It's been said that average men are invisible to women, so men must improve if they want to play the game. But also don't improve for women, improve for yourself. How does that make any sense?
It doesn't. But always remember, you got to pay to play, and there's always a cost to be the boss.
You should just want to improve for yourself, just for yourself. But it's just a standard these days that women just have a certain stereotype of a man they want. They want him to be super masculine. They want him to have money. They want him to be tall. They want him to be the perfect guy.
Showing your worth, that can cost you a lot, and that can make you do a lot of things that you don't really want to do, and you diminish yourself as a man, and you're just giving this higher authority to a female.
Why is it whenever Red Pill complains about women, it's female nature, but when it's about men, they need to improve?
Oh, my fault. I was on the
Red Pill.
You're just giving this higher authority to a female.
Why is it whenever Red Pill complains about women, it's female nature, but when it's about men, they need to improve?
Good question.
I don't know. That's, like I said, that's a double standard right there. Those red pill men are wrong for that. I feel like some shit is female nature. Like there are certain.
Oh, I thought the question was like why feminists are tripping like about because like when red pill men call out females, it's female nature. But I thought it was when feminists call out men, they don't know what they're talking about. That's what I thought the question was, but I must have misheard or something.
Life that are female nature and certain examples where people lie and try to give the woman a benefit of the doubt.
How can one be nature but not the other?
Oh, dang. That's a good question. I think they're either both are or they both aren't.
If women
They
aren't
both
jealous
aren't.
because of their female nature, then why bother shaming them or even be upset about it?
Damn, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
Men deserve love too, you know what I mean? So it's a matter of mutual respect at the end of the day.
Are men more likely to compete for the majority of women, or are women more likely to compete for the minority of men?
Women are going to compete.
No. I don't think he understood the question.
Majority of women, or are women more likely to compete for the minority of men?
Men are more men are more towards the majority of women, and women are more towards the minority of. Oh, I got the question now. He did. I get it. Which one's more? Okay, women are more on the minority. Not all women are like that though. This is the ones that go viral for. It's common. It's very common. It might be majority, but yeah, I guess more on the women for minorities then, because like. Most men are cool with a regular. They don't go for no fucking Selena Gomez or fucking what was another Ariana Grande or some crazy shit. We don't fantasize about celebrities like women do. So okay, I get a question now. I get it.
Women are gonna compete. Actually, yes, for the minority of men, yes, absolutely. They
go
above and beyond. There's gonna be lots of dudes who want girls, but. The girls who want the high value men, they're gonna go above and beyond.
Men women are more. Never mind.
For the majority of women, just because we live in a world where women expect to be come up to, they expect everything to be brought to them, and women will fight over men. That's just the nature of liking a guy. But I think men for sure.
Wouldn't that imply that women are perceived as having a higher status than men?
Absolutely, it would.
So how are women oppressed?
They're not.
Women are not oppressed.
Wouldn't that imply that women are perceived as having a higher status than men?
Yes, but aren't women the prize?
Well, then how are women oppressed?
Ooh. I think not women oppressed in the dating culture. I don't think women are oppressed in the dating culture. I think women are oppressed in jobs and
how?
Social life, not in relationships.
Why are we always talking about how the majority of women don't qualify for the minority of men instead of asking why the majority of men don't qualify for the majority of women?
Because women are seen as the prize.
Because men now think they're the prize. They think they should be won over. They think we should make the moves on them.
How is telling men that they need to become high value not just shaming all the average men who can't make it to the top 1%?
Because it's constructive criticism. You gotta know that sometimes people will tell you things and it sounds like they're tearing you down, but it's to build your character like a coach.
Doesn't that mean 99% of men don't qualify for women?
Yeah, if you can't even handle of getting the constructive criticism, you're not mentally ready to do like a lot of things, including women.
Doesn't that reflect more upon the character of the majority of women?
Yeah, but you know the character is that they want somebody that's strong-minded and at the end of the day gonna have that certain masculinity level that they can handle.
How is telling men that they need to become high value not just more of blaming men? Haven't we blamed men enough?
We have, yeah, and it is blaming men.
We have blamed men over and over again, and it's a thing that keeps on happening, but that's what makes a man is like you get the blame. It's your fault.
Get off this nigga. Get off this nigga.
It's not fair. It's not right, because whenever a guy gets mistreated or insulted or anything like that, it's nothing.
They need to put their IGs or social media on the side of that person so we know how to. I wouldn't do it, but I know people that. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know people personally, but some people would definitely go and crucify that nigga for thinking like that, like real shit.
That's on nothing, but when a female gets mistreated,
that was crazy.
Is told even just a wrong name, they feel insulted instantly, and it's a problem right there and then.
Instead of sculpting men to appease a poor woman's character, why don't we focus on the poor quality of women?
We should.
Why don't we?
I just think
women get away with a lot of things, man.
I don't know, because we expect men, the standards for men is just too high, and we just expect men to be perfect, and we really should just focus on just people finding their partner, just someone they love. It shouldn't matter what you have and what standard of a man you are.
Oh, you have to be this alpha male. Andrew Tate, perfect example. Like, he's telling these people, you got to be an alpha male, you have to do this, you have to do that, blah, blah, blah. But in retrospect, it's just a matter of how you treat another human being.
Period.
It's not a matter of how much.
Point blank, period.
Of that, but
that's all you got to do.
Like, the manipulation that the guys have as much as the women have in this whole situation, it's very strong and it's heavy, and it forms a lot of manipulation, especially for a lot of young guys out here that are trying to find love or trying to find their significant other, and they are having to meet these requirements that are, in my opinion, unrealistic.
If high value means money and status, would that make Hitler and Stalin high value men?
technically, yeah, if they have power and they have money, you know, and that's what people in this generation are saying that's value, then if you put those people in today's world, they'd be popular. They'd have, who knows, right? They'd be going to all the clubs and being in the limelight, right?
Is it more high value to buy a Lamborghini or to donate to charity?
Donate to charity for sure.
You know, if you're a self-fulfilling person and you want to like make a legacy, then it's a charity. But if you're trying to get and live life to the fullest and more of have a materialistic experience and being the consumer, you know, then Lambo.
So why don't these dating coaches focus on integrity and character instead of status and game?
Because it's not what they're in it for, you know, the money. They try to prey on the guys who aren't getting
They fucking need that. Yeah, exactly.
They're preying on that, I think.
So how are these dating coaches any better than the feminists they complain about?
They're not.
They're not.
They should focus on integrity and character. I don't know why they wouldn't, but you know, it's status and fame sells, and they got
exactly. It sells.
Man doesn't necessarily mean material things. It means becoming a better man, a high value of yourself, just becoming your true self.
Yeah.
How are red pill dating coaches any better than the women for only seeing the top tier men? In other words, why do they only focus on these so-called high value men but ignore the average men? Don't both assess men based on poor values?
Because unfortunately, this day and age, a lot of people aren't exactly looking for love. They're looking for stability. So when it comes to that, they will definitely go for the red pill option, a.k.a. the man with money, a.k.a. the man that's fit, and the a.k.a. the man that has everything.
That was very valid. I feel like I learned something. Now that black dude with the hat or whatever, when you said just be a man, obviously we've grown up to hear just be a man, just be a man, just be a man. You can say that, but don't excuse female nature. Don't excuse females to do whatever the fuck they want when it's wrong too. You feel me? Call out both parties. Like, I'm cool with y'all calling out niggas. Cause I call out niggas like every day when I'm watching shit like this. But call these bitches out too. And like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause these bitches, some of these bitches standards are high as fuck. What, like, I just be like, fuck it, okay, good luck with that. She gonna be with cats pretty soon. I mean, not all, some of them bitches get lucky. But how often they gonna get lucky? You feel me? Or they might get the nigga and then happen to lose him. It's like, I just be like, fuck it. I'm just gonna find me one that's not one of y'all bitches. And what I did, they out there. You feel me? So I just gotta take y'all time, man. And then look into like Andrew Tate. Look into what's the other people called? Fresh and Fit. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with getting a female with that advice. I got other videos on the channel. Follow me on all platforms. It's Chrome No TV. Gaming channel is Chrome No TV. Yes, sir. I stream every night. Most nights. You know what I'm saying? And y'all tune in. Have a good one. Peace.